All right, man. Shalom, shalom, Israel, man. I'm doing this video because like we got a lot of camps out here, man. They teaching that hell is just the grave, and that the lake of fire ain't like eternal punishment or whatever, and that hell don't exist or whatever. And I was kind of believing into it a little bit because when you go into the word hell in the Strong's Concordance or whatever, it means Sheol, which means means the grave. But in this particular verse, you got I came across this video. These brothers, they breaking it down, and they thoroughly breaking down how the everlasting lake of fire, torment, hell is actually real and do exist. They going into a deep breakdown on this. I'm gonna put the link to their channel in the description so y'all can watch the whole video. Like it's a 200, I mean, it's a 2 hour and 50-minute video. It's a little lengthy, but at the same time, man, y'all need to watch this video. Like real talk, man. This video just gave me a wake up call, man. Like I've been slipping and BSing a little bit. You feel me? Like it ain't no time for that, man. We gotta repent daily and go hard to seek the Most High, like 10 times harder than we already been thinking we doing, man. Like it's finna get real bad out here, and then you feel me? Hell does exist, man. Like through this whole video, they going over like the Nephilim and the fallen angels in the book of Enoch. Cause you got the camps. They also teach the Enoch, the book of Enoch ain't real, whatever. But you feel me? That seemed to be not the case, man. So like y'all really should watch this video though. I'm gonna start it off where they going into the in-depth breakdown of hell. So we gonna get it started though.
Let's get it. And I check this out. It's finna get deep, y'all. Let's start from verse 1.
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you.
Come on.
Whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not.
Their damnation slumbereth not. Peep these key next scriptures, y'all, because it get deep, right? Come on.
For if God spared not the angels that sin.
So if God spared not these dark hierarchies or archons that sin, but what he do to them?
But cast them down to hell.
It says, but he cast them down to hell. Now check this out. Let me show you how people don't study for real, for real. If I ask y'all what is hell is, somebody give me the definition of hell. Anybody, first person that come up with it. The definition of hell. Type it in the comment board. Because remember, we is in Shabbat class. Pop quiz on y'all. Right. What is the definition? What is the biblical definition of hell, y'all? The biblical definition of hell. I'm waiting on somebody. Death, the grave. Let's see if any of y'all right. Because if you look up the word hell, it's many different definitions. But this is the only definition. There's only read one in this context where it's talking about angels. Torment. All right, let's see. It says, for if God spared not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved into judgment. Let's look this stuff up. Let's look up the word hell. You see that? The word hell in this particular instance is Tartarus. What is a Greek mythology doing in our Bible?
5020.
Tartarado or Tartarus. Now remember, if you look in the Greek philosophy, they had put the Titans in what? Tartarus. The Titans were what? Giants. So we gotta ask, either our Bible is corrupted and they got some Greek mythology in it, or they took some things from our Bible. Now look, when you look up this word Tartarus, it's only used what? How many times? One time. It's only used one time. That means cast down to hell. It's used one time, y'all, throughout the whole entire Bible. All the other times you look up the hell, it means the grave. But when it talks about angel in this particular thing, it says Tartarus. And it says Tartarus is the deepest abyss of Hades. It says the what? Incarcerate in eternal torment, cast down to hell. This is talking about a prison. This is talking about a prison. A prison. Now, where the thing is, where is this at? So when I start looking at these words and it says deep abyss, because when you get into it, it says the name of a subterranean region, doleful and dark. It says regarded by ancient Greeks as the abode of the wicked dead. It says where they suffer punishment of their evil deeds to answer into God, Gehenna of the Jews. Now, when you get into it, it literally tell you that it's nothing but a deep abyss. And it's only used in this particular sense. Any other time you look it up, it means grave. Right. But it don't mean grave in this particular sense. It actually means a deep abyss, a prison. So I started looking up abyss. Man, where did I hear this word from? It takes you right back to Genesis, y'all. It takes you back to Genesis, which we finna go to.
Pause real quick. Another thing the camps say, like, if hell don't exist, like, why wasn't it, like, from when the Most High first created Earth, like, he would have created hell with it and not created hell all the way at the end, where he's finna break down how hell was created by the Most High from the very beginning. So, like, listen into this stuff. Like, when y'all watching these videos, don't listen to this stuff for entertainment, man. Real talk. Like, take note of the scriptures and actually listen, man. And don't just listen to for everybody to say, oh, we just got the 100% truth and all this stuff. We are to obey God rather than man. Real talk, man. Like, this stuff kind of scared me, man. I gotta really get on top of my game with this, and y'all do too, man. Whoever watching this, man. Like, when I put the link in the description, man, click on that video. Please watch the whole. It's basically 3 hours, but watch the whole video. Please do it.
Chapter 1, in the beginning. Let's look this up. So when you read Genesis chapter 1, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Verse 2, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Where is abyss that is in here? Where is this imprisonment? So you start looking up these words in Hebrew, and you go to void, without form, tohu, bohu. Tohu means desolate and waste, confusion, destruction. Then you go down to darkness. Let's see what darkness means. Darkness, obscurity, dark place, a secret place. So now we're talking about this place again. It's imprisonment, right? Then you start looking it up. It says darkness, hence darkness, misery. What does it say? Destruction, death, ignorance, sorrow, wickedness, night, darkness, obscurity. So this changed your whole entire construct of darkness when you're reading it in the Hebrew. It means wickedness, destruction, and death. So we go back to it and we read it. We see that it says, and the earth was without form and void, tohu and bohu, without, meaning the earth became, because without form, it actually hawa, which means to become. So the earth became desolate and waste. And it says, and darkness, which is wickedness, was upon the face of the deep. Let's see what face is. And I hope y'all really listening to this. Y'all might have to rewind a little bit, but it get deep. Let's look at the word face. Face is panim in Hebrew. We play it out for y'all.
Strong's H6440. Panim.
Let's look at the word panim. What do it mean? It gets deep. So when you look at the word panim, it says faces, face. Panim. This is what darkness upon the face of the deep. Person, face. Cherubim or what? Cherubim. Sound like angels. Face of angels. Surface of God, of the ground. Now let's go down to the actual Strong's definition. It says plural or singular. An unused noun. It says the face, the part of the terms used in great variety application. It says perpetually perplex. It says the aspect, against, anger, the battle, because, beseech. It says edge, employ, endure, face, favor, honorable, prudence. This don't sound like it's talking about the surface or something, y'all. It don't. And then you look up into the definitions in the commentary, it tells you the faces of what? Angels and demons, cherubims and seraphim. And you start getting into what is a seraphim? What is a cherubim? These are actually fiery serpents that guard the throne of God in Isaiah chapter 6. In Isaiah chapter 6. So it's like, hold on. So when you go back and read it, let's look up deep, and then we're going to read it for the Hebrew definitions to see what it's really saying here. And if I'm throwing y'all off, please let me know and I'll slow down. If y'all understand where I'm going so far, type in some nines. Just to let me know. I don't want to be leading nobody astray here. I don't want to be leading nobody astray. Nobody. Okay, y'all get it? Y'all get where I'm going with this? Okay, cool. Now, let's look up the word deep. Deep is tohim.
Strong's H, 8415. Tehom. Tehom.
Ooh, tahom. Look it up. Now, we look up the word tahom. It tells you deeps, depth, the deep places, the what? Abyss, the grave. Let's look at the Strong's definition. It says an abyss, a mass of water, a mass of water, especially the deep, the main sea of the subterranean water supply, deep. It wasn't the same thing when we looked up in 2 Peter chapter 2.
Same thing.
It's the same exact definition, y'all. The abyss. So he cast these angels into deep water, into an abyss, a prison system. Now, we finna go to another scripture and let's see what happened to this water. And this is gonna bring us to where they're at right now, y'all. So let's read this verse for what it is. We're gonna go back to 2 Peter, then we're gonna hit one more verse. And then I'm gonna show some more pictures. So we in Genesis. Let's read it for what it say. So it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It says, and the earth became desolate and waste, which is total and bohu, form and void, and wickedness was upon the angels of the abyss. Let's read it one more time, because we just looked up all the words, y'all. We just looked up all the words. So, in the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. The earth became desolate and waste, and wickedness was upon the angels, cherubim and cherubims, which fell from the heavens and had sex with women of the abyss. You go to 2 Peter's, it says that he did not spare the angels, but he cast them into outer darkness, into the what? Abyss. Because he called it hell. When you look up hell, hell says Tartarus. It don't mean grave in this particular sense, and it was only used one time. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So we dealing with water. We dealing with ice, y'all. How you know we dealing with ice? Let's go to Job. I want to go to Job. Let's go to Job chapter 38. Job 38. Look, we finna piece it together. Go to Job 38. We're going to read Job 38:30. Type in y'all names when y'all get it, because y'all got to see this. Yes, they're in Antarctica, y'all. We're going to read it. And guess who backs up this statement? The book of Enoch and the Epic of Gilgamesh. And we're going to open that up too.
A lot of these camps, they say the book of Enoch ain't real, but man, don't just listen to nobody's word. Like, do your own diligent research into this stuff, man.
Yes, an ice prison. Y'all get it? Yes, surface, cold, yes. Let's look it up. So when you go to the book of Job, chapter 38 and 30, read that out. What that deal say?
The waters are hid as with the stone.
It says the waters are hid as with the stone, meaning it's a hard covering over this water, right?
And the face of the deep is frozen.
And the face of the deep is frozen. Face means what? Cherubim or cherubim. Panim. Deep means what? Abyss. So the abyss became what? Frozen. Ooh-wee. Let's look it up if y'all think I'm lying. Let's just look it up. See, this is how you put scriptures together. Let's look it up. All right, there we go again. Face, panim.
Strong's H, 6440. Panim.
Ooh.
Panim.
Remember we looked it up?
Fresenius Lexicon. Penuel.
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 And remember it says
Second entry.
cherubim and cherubim, y'all.
Peniel. Peniel.
Now remember the deep was tohim. That meant what?
Strong's H,
abyss,
8415. Tehom. Tehom.
Now look, let's look up this last word, frozen. This was gonna mess y'all up.
Strong's H, 3920. Lachad. Lachad.
Let's look it up, y'all. Y'all know what panim means. It means faces, cherubim and cherubim, angels. Y'all know what tohim means. It means deep, which means abyss in Hebrew. Let's look up this word frozen. The word frozen means to capture, to take, to seize, to capture of men, to take by lot, to capture, to be caught. Man in a trap or a snare. You see that? To grasp each other. Let's read the actual Strong's definition. It says a primitive route to catch in a net, to trap, or in a what? A pit. The bottomless pit, boy. Hold on. Generally, it says to capture or to occupy. Also to choose by lot. It says at all, catch, self, be frozen, be holding, stuck together, or to take. Oh man, so we see that he froze this deep abyss of Tartarus that these angels was throwing in. Now, y'all, let's just ask a question. Y'all should have learned this in school. What is the biggest frozen, deepest landmass on Earth? What is the deepest frozen landmass on Earth, y'all? Anybody, somebody. Anybody, somebody. Answer me about this one.
Antarctica.
Y'all want to answer? Antarctica. There we go. Antarctica. There we go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, I want to prove this. So I want to go back to the book of Enoch, and I want to read chapter 15 and 16, and then we'll read a couple more scriptures, and I'm going to get up out of here, and we'll do part 2 in a couple days. So we're going to go back to the book of Enoch, and we're going to read about this. But before then, and then I'm going to turn the screen real quick. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's do Enoch first, and then I want to read something. Where's the book of Enoch at? Where I have it at?
Yeah, but if you pay attention to that, it say he spurred them. Mm-hmm. So they froze.
Yeah, they froze, but he finna get them out because he needed to save them for the eternal judgment.
Right.
All right, so we're going to book of Enoch, y'all. It's back on the board. Check this out. See, I wish, man, because it's so much stuff I want to get into. But I'm glad we at least setting an introduction lesson. That way we can start getting deep into this stuff.
Right.
We're going to go to Enoch because we ain't going deep at all today. It's so much deeper than this, y'all. I want to show y'all so much stuff. All right, we're in Enoch chapter 15. Type in y'all nines once y'all see it, and we're going to read this stuff. Let me know when y'all there. Type in y'all nine.
Froze, being spurred. Boy, just judge ain't nothing to play with, boy.
Hey, what up, oh? That's what they doing. We're going to talk about it. It's called the Heart Machine. They're bringing on global warming to melt the ice in Antarctica to open up the bottomless pit from the hydro collider, which caused CERN, to bring out these fallen angels. And that's when the bottomless pit open up, and then the scorpions and all of that come out. This is, look, I got you documentations. They always call it a project, or they call it Black Ops, or they call it an operation. Operation White Sand, Operation Hot Jump, look, we finna get into it. That's why I want to hurry and get with these scriptures so I can show y'all some stuff and let y'all hear it from Admiral Byrd himself, which was the first man that went to Antarctica, who said that things came up out of the ice and there was an inward world of reptilians there. This go back to the serpent god that was in the garden that actually conned Eve into sleeping with Satan. If you look up the word serpent, it don't mean snake. It means the enchanted one, the illuminated one. These are actually angels, y'all. They don't want to talk about it, though.
Hold on.
They don't want to talk about that.
We are.
Yeah, y'all, you know we is. All right, let's get it.
Yeah, verse 1.
Yep, verse 1.
And he answered me and said to me with his voice, Hear, do not be afraid, Enoch, you righteous man, and scribe of righteousness. Come here and hear my voice, and go say to the watchers of the heaven.
Because remember, the watchers is the ones who fell, y'all. These are called the archons. These are ones who fell from heaven, had sex with the women, and created giants. Their giants is the ones who actually did what? Taught us all that wickedness and then start to eat and devour us. Well, God had to kill them. But remember, he said, and there was some after the flood too. So what happened?
Right.
This is where we start getting into these bloodlines from. See, they had to create.
Well, you talking about these giants really like earlier in the video, like you see them at an hour and 50 on the video, like around like 40-minute type of mark or whatever. He started going to the giants or whatever, and how it was actually giant trees and shit they call them mountains on the earth that they like giant tree stumps that they call them mountains, and then you got the giant that turned into fossils or whatever, and they call it the sleeping giant mountain and all that. Like, watch this whole video when I put it in the link, man. Click the link and watch the whole video. It ain't one boring part in the video at all, whatever. Like, that's like people when you see a video this long, you probably don't even want to watch it all the way through because you feel like it's some boring parts or whatever. Your attention span might not be too good. Watch this whole video. It ain't been one boring part that didn't catch my attention and none through the video. Watch this whole thing. I'm gonna just play a little bit more and I'm gonna close it off and let y'all just watch the whole video yourself, man. Share this, man. And you know, like, man, do your own diligent research, man. Get on top of your shit, man. Real talk. Time is short, man. Time too short. Like I gotta step up now, man. Now I'm like, man, bro. When it's saying all of Israel should be saved in Romans 11:26, I'm starting to think that that's talking about as far as like the Most High didn't do away with all 12 tribes. When you go into the 144,000, he still saved 12,000 of each tribe, which is men really a part of the 144,000 elect, but then the 1/3, of course, they got to be the women that's got to be saved too. I believe when it's saying all Israel should not be saved, I believe that's talking about he didn't do away with none of the tribes. Like he didn't save 8 out of the 12 tribes. He still saved a remnant out of each of the 12 tribes, meaning all Israel should be saved. That's what I'm starting to think that that's talking about. Man, bro, do your own research. Get on top of y'all shit out here, man. And when it comes to them 613 commandments, man, look into these laws, man. Try to see what you ain't keeping that you probably can keep, man. And keep the faith, man, because it's gonna get real bad out here, man. Fast and pray more. And I've been, you feel like I've been slipping on certain stuff, man. Like I was supposed to, I don't think I even fasted this week out like I was supposed to, man. Like they was going into earlier in the video, and I don't think I got to that part yet that they was gonna break down about how the spirits of these fallen angels of the and the Nephilim giants that died off is the reason we going off and sinning right now. Like you might have had a smoking problem, or you still got one that you fighting with, like that urge that come upon you to keep smoking or whatever. That's the spirits of these demons trying to get you to sin. Like thoughts that just popping into your man or whatever. You feel me? Like sexual. You feel me? All type of sexual immorality and thoughts and stuff popping in your head or whatever. It might happen when you praying, all type of stuff. Like they go deep into this stuff, man. Like, man, y'all need to watch this whole video. I'm just play a little bit more.
Something called the 13 or 12 royal bloodlines, and these the elite. These are your Rothschilds. These are Great Britain and the Queen Whore and all of this. But this is in the next lesson where it get deep, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we just laying down the basis and the intro for y'all to have y'all minds ready to accept what we finna tell y'all through these series, y'all, because it get deeper and deeper. This stuff goes so wicked, it's mind blowing. All right, I'll be through there as soon as I leave from here, bro. All right, let's get it.
Now, who sent you to petition on their behalf? You ought to petition.
Where you at,
Verse 2.
All right, verse 2, y'all. Start at 1 again. Yeah.
And go say to the watchers of heaven, who sent you to petition on their behalf. You ought to petition on behalf of men, not men on behalf of you.
Come on.
Why have you left the high, holy, and eternal heaven?
He like, why did you leave heaven to come sleep with flesh?
Right.
Come on.
And lain with women, and become unclean with the daughters of men.
Ooh.
And taken wives for yourselves, and done as the sons of the earth, and begotten giant sons.
See that? Giant sons. Y'all see them? Right. Them deals was 350 footers. Bigger than mountains, y'all. Actually, big. They are mountains. You thinking that they mountains, and these deals are straight sleeping dead giants, y'all. But where did their spirit go? Huh? They're demigods. So their spirits is the one who worketh wrath and disobedience today. The reason why you sin is because the spirit of these giants, they need bodies because they love to eat. They love to have sex. They love to kill. They love to murder. They like eating animals' flesh. They love drinking blood. They love doing magic. They love doing all this stuff we now love to do. So are we even our true selves, or are we image of them? Are they projecting through us now? Where we at now? We ain't even projecting through our bodies no more. We're literally letting them biohack our minds. Huh? Come on.
Verse 4. And you were spiritual, holy, living an eternal life, but you became unclean upon the women, and begot children through the blood of flesh, and lusted after the blood of men, and produced flesh and blood.
See that? That was their greatest sin, because they produced flesh and blood. They changed the fleshly nature of humankind, bro. That is the greatest sin. For that, they have eternal damnation. That's the reason why the lake of fire was created. The lake of fire wasn't created for you and me. Right. It was created for these angels right here, and for Satan, which is the hierarchy chief over all of these things. Right. But he say, if you act like them, then I'm going to count you as one of them. Come on.
As they do, who die and are destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And for this reason I gave men wives, so that they might sow seed in them.
Ooh.
And so that the children might be born by them, so that the deeds might be done on the earth. But you formerly were spiritual, living an eternal, immortal life for all the generations of the world. For this reason I did not arrange wives for you,
Ooh.
because the dwelling of the spiritual ones is in heaven. And now the giants who are born from body and flesh will be called evil spirits.
See that?
On the earth.
So now the evil spirits, the demons, are actually these giants. And notice they do the same thing. We're going to go through a scripture. They do the same thing. Come on.
Right. On the earth will be their dwelling.
So let's start right here. I just want to get a witness on that, because it says, now they are called evil spirits.
That's right.
All right. So look, now they are called evil spirits. Let's go back to this one. I want to go to the book of Matthew real quick. I don't mean to bounce around on y'all, but I want to show y'all something. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and 43. Book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 43, y'all. What that say, y'all?
When the unclean spirits is gone out of a man.
So an unclean spirit is an evil spirit. Mm-hmm. These actually come from the giants. The giant's body became fossilized, came into be mountains and what you know is all types of hills and stuff today, which are nothing but, because bones cannot, look, only thing that actually come disintegrated, the only thing that rots and go back to the earth is your flesh and blood. Bones cannot deteriorate, y'all. You cannot deteriorate a bone because it's calcified. So what it does is it literally grows things on top of it. So what y'all seeing is big ass giant bones, y'all. Yep. All right. So their spirit went somewhere else. It says when an unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh in dry places, seeking rest and findeth none. Huh? Don't this sound like these giants? Because they can't find rest because they're not in their bodies anymore. So they going around and trying to find rest inside of your body. Now, when you start looking up these words, rest and all that, they're literally talking about desires that fulfill their needs. Right. So they walk around looking to be fulfilled, but they have none to find. Read this, though. Read it.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest and findeth none. Uh-huh. Then he says, I will return into my house from whence I came out.
I'm gonna come back into the host I was in before. I'm going to go back into the host that I was in possessing before. Come on.
And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept and garnished.
You see that? He find it empty, swept and garnished. It ain't no food there. It ain't no nothing. He like, oh, man, I got to go find food, water, shelter. Because remember, these demons are lustful spirits of giants. What these giants do? They ate, they slept, they did everything that they weren't supposed to be doing. They taught this to us, right? Come on.
Then goeth he, and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself. Uh-huh. And they enter in and dwell in there.
You see that they enter and they dwell in there. So you say you want to kick a masturbation. You finally kick masturbation, and then you go back to masturbation. You kick masturbation for a year. You went jacking off to married couples or some weird stuff, whatever you was doing. And then you fall back into this same thing. That spirit is gonna multiply itself by 7. See that? The giant gonna go get his brother, and that spirit gonna be like, hey, look, we all can eat in here. He back sinning, he back tripping. Huh? Now you become a pedophile. Like the sin get worse. Come on.
And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
See that? He worse than before. Come on.
Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation.
The same thing that's happening to us now. These same exact demons or spirits from these giants that was trying to hunt Yahushua and them, was trying to hunt Noah and them, that the same ones that tried to hunt before then, and then they fathers which hunted Adam and Eve, we've been dealing with this same sick-ass spirit since the beginning of creation because it was war in the heavens. It's been war in the heavens. Then it trickled down and we became collateral damage because of it. That's what's going on, y'all.
All right, man, I'm going to stop it right there, man. I'm going to let y'all, click on the video, watch it y'all-self, man. Please watch the whole video, man. We're going to a lot of in-depth breakdown on this, man. There ain't no surface level, nothing with this, man. This the meat of the scriptures or whatever, you feel me? So this ain't for you if you just came or you barely know the truth or whatever, and you need still drinking the milk basically of the scripture. You feel me? Like this the meat and you feel me, the food. So like, man, get on top of y'all stuff, man. Real talk, man. Whatever urges you got, man, lust of the flesh or whatever, man. Hey, fight all that, bro. Real talk. Let this be some motivation or something. Fight it. And them demons leave. I remember I used to smoke weed or whatever. Like I used to have that urge to just do it every day. When I came to the truth, found out I was Israel. You feel me? That was the only motivation I had to actually quit. And now that I quit it, you feel me? I can go around the smell of it, and I don't even, you feel me? I don't even care for it. You feel me? So it's all about fighting, man. Real talk, it's all about fighting. Because it's the spirits that's roaming around trying to get us to sin, bro, so we don't see the kingdom, man. Like he said, that lake of fire is reserved for these fallen angels and the reptilians and the damn Nephilim and shit. But if you still partaking into that, you gonna be cast in that too. Man, get on top of y'all stuff, man. Stay prayed up, man. Fast, bro. Draw closer to our power, man. Like time is short. See, Trump, he just did this state of emergency, like all type of shit going on, man. Like time is short though. It ain't no time to be BSing at all, man. At all. You want to give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom, man.